In today's message, we're going to talk about something that I believe is on everyone's mind: how to become the best in whatever it is that we do. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal goals, we all want to be the best version of ourselves. But the truth is, it can be a daunting task. We often find ourselves comparing our progress to others and feeling like we're not measuring up. But I want to let you know that you are not alone. We all struggle with this at some point in our lives. However, the good news is that by listening to this message, you can turn things around and start on the path to becoming the best in anything you choose to pursue. I have spent decades studying successful individuals from all walks of life, and I have discovered that there are certain principles and habits that they all share. And today, I am excited to share with you 5 of these ways that will help you become the best in anything. So sit back, take notes, and get ready to unleash your full potential. Let's get started. Starting with number 5. The 5th way to achieve that level of greatness you desire is never stop learning. You see, learning is not just something we do in school or to acquire a specific skill. Learning is a lifelong process that should never come to an end. It is the key to unlocking our full potential and becoming the best version of ourselves. And yet, so many of us stop learning once we finish our formal education or reach a certain level of success. But I am here to tell you that the true path to greatness lies in a commitment to continuous learning. Now, you may be wondering, why is it so important to never stop learning? The answer is simple. The world is constantly evolving, and if we do not keep up with it, we will be left behind. Think about it. The technology that we have today was not even imaginable 50 years ago. And yet, here we are using it to connect with people from all over the world. This is just one example of how the world is changing at a rapid pace. And if we do not continue to learn and adapt, we will be left behind. But it's not just about keeping up with the changing times. Learning also allows us to expand our knowledge and skills, making us more valuable and versatile individuals. It opens doors to new opportunities and allows us to take on challenges that we never thought possible. As the saying goes, knowledge is power. And the more we learn, the more powerful we become. Furthermore, learning keeps our minds sharp and active. Just like how we exercise our bodies to keep them healthy, we must also exercise our minds. Learning new things challenges our brains and helps us to stay mentally fit. As we age, it becomes even more crucial to continue learning to prevent cognitive decline. So, if you want to keep your mind sharp and your brain functioning at its best, never stop learning. But learning is not just about acquiring new information or skills. It is also about personal growth and development. When we learn, we are forced to step out of our comfort zones and try new things. This helps us to discover our strengths and weaknesses and gives us the opportunity to improve ourselves. It allows us to break through self-imposed limitations and reach new heights. As the great Tony Robbins once said, "If you're not growing, you're dying." And I couldn't agree more. Learning is the key to personal growth and development, and without it, we will become stagnant and unfulfilled. Now, some of you may be thinking, but I don't have the time to learn new things. I'm too busy with work and other responsibilities. And to that, I say, make the time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and it's up to us how we choose to use them. Instead of spending hours mindlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV shows, dedicate some time each day to learning something new. It doesn't have to be a lot. Even just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. And with the abundance of resources available to us today, there is no excuse not to learn something new. Furthermore, learning doesn't have to be limited to traditional methods such as reading books or attending classes. We live in a digital age where information is at our fingertips. We can learn from online courses, podcasts, videos, and even social media. The possibilities are endless. So find a method that works for you and make learning a part of your daily routine. But perhaps the most important reason why we should never stop learning is that it keeps us humble. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. And this humbling experience keeps us grounded and open-minded. It allows us to see things from different perspectives and be more empathetic towards others. It also prevents us from becoming complacent and thinking that we know everything. As the saying goes, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Next, I would like to share with you the fourth way to become the best in anything. As you may know, I have spent my life studying success and personal development. And I am here to tell you that the key to achieving greatness lies in consistent practice. Practice is the foundation upon which all skills and talents are built. It is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without practice, talent is just potential, and potential alone will not lead you to success. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect. And I am here to tell you that this statement is absolutely true. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, but Jim, I don't have the time to practice consistently. I have a job, a family, and other responsibilities. How can I possibly find the time to practice? My answer to you is this: if you truly want to become the best in anything, you must make the time. It is not about finding the time, it is about making the time. You must prioritize your goals and your dreams and make the necessary sacrifices to achieve them. Let me share with you a personal story. When I was just starting out in my career, I had a mentor who told me that if I wanted to become a successful speaker, I needed to practice my craft every single day. And so, I made a commitment to practice for 1 hour every day, no matter what. Some days, I was exhausted from my day job and all I wanted to do was relax. But I knew that if I wanted to achieve my dream, I had to put in the time and effort. And let me tell you, that 1 hour of practice every day made all the difference. It allowed me to hone my skills, refine my message, and become the best speaker I could be. Consistent practice is not just about putting in the time. It is also about being intentional and deliberate in your practice. It is not enough to simply go through the motions. You must be fully present and engaged in your practice. This means setting specific goals, breaking down your skills into smaller, manageable tasks, and constantly challenging yourself to improve. Another important aspect of consistent practice is staying committed and disciplined. It is easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but you must remember that success takes time and effort. You must stay committed to your practice, even when it gets tough. As the saying goes, the only bad workout is the one that didn't happen. Every time you practice, you are making progress towards your goals, even if you can't see it right away. Consistent practice also allows you to develop a growth mindset. This means being open to learning, making mistakes, and constantly striving to improve. When you practice consistently, you are not just repeating the same actions over and over again. You are actively seeking ways to get better. As the great Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games, 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Failure is not a setback. It is an opportunity to learn and grow. Consistent practice also builds discipline and resilience. It teaches you to push through challenges and setbacks and to keep going even when things get tough. It is through consistent practice that you develop the mental toughness to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. And let me tell you, the results of consistent practice are truly remarkable. Not only will you see improvement in your skills and abilities, but you will also see a transformation in your mindset and attitude. You will become more confident, more focused, and more determined to achieve your goals. You will also gain a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment from knowing that you are actively working towards becoming the best version of yourself. Next, we'll discuss the third way to become the best in anything, and that's by learning from the best. I'm reminded of a quote by the great philosopher Aristotle, who said, "Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny." Indeed, excellence is not something that happens by chance. It is a deliberate and conscious effort to constantly improve ourselves and strive for greatness. And one of the most effective ways to achieve this is by learning from the best. Think about it. In any field, whether it is sports, business, or the arts, there are always individuals who stand out from the rest. They have achieved a level of success and mastery that others can only dream of. And the key to their success? Learning from the best. So, what does it mean to learn from the best? It means seeking out those who have already achieved what we want to achieve and studying their habits, mindset, and strategies. It means being humble enough to admit that we don't know everything and being open to learning from others. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, "But Jim, I don't have access to these successful individuals. How can I learn from them?" Well, my friends, we live in an age where information is readily available at our fingertips. We have books, podcasts, videos, and seminars that can provide us with valuable insights and lessons from the best in any field. But let me tell you, learning from the best is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge and taking action. As the saying goes, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is true power. So how can we effectively learn from the best? Let me share with you 3 key steps. Firstly, we need to identify who the best are in our chosen field. This may seem like a no-brainer, but it's important to be specific. We can't just say, "I want to learn from the best in business." We need to narrow it down. Who are the top entrepreneurs in our industry? Who are the most successful leaders in our company? By identifying these individuals, we can then study their journey and learn from their experiences. Secondly, we need to study their habits and mindset. Success leaves clues, my friends. And one of the biggest clues is the habits and mindset of successful individuals. What do they do on a daily basis? How do they approach challenges and setbacks? By studying and emulating their habits and mindset, we can start to see positive changes in our own lives. Lastly, we need to take action. Learning from the best is pointless if we don't apply what we've learned. We need to take consistent and deliberate action towards our goals. As the saying goes, the best way to learn is by doing. So don't just read books or listen to podcasts. Take action and apply what you've learned. Now, some of you may be thinking, "But Jim, I'm afraid of failure. What if I try and I fail?" Well, let me tell you, my friends, failure is not something to be feared. It is a necessary part of the journey towards success. In fact, the most successful individuals have failed countless times before achieving their goals. But the key is to learn from those failures and keep moving forward. As the great inventor Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So don't let the fear of failure hold you back from learning from the best and achieving your goals. Now, I want to share with you a personal story. When I first started my journey towards personal development, I was a young man with big dreams, but no direction. I didn't have access to successful individuals, and I didn't know how to learn from them. But then I stumbled upon a book by the legendary motivational speaker, Earl Nightingale. And let me tell you, that book changed my life. I learned about the power of goal setting, the importance of taking action, and the success of countless others. I am talking about the